On this beautiful Saturday morning, I took a walk with my friend, Dr. Raouf Ghattas. He's a mentor, an advisor, and we had a conversation about love. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Janard Cross here on the beautiful Gateway Trail of the Greenway with my friend, Raouf Ghattas. How you doing, Raouf?
I'm doing fine, thank you.
Thank you for being here to talk about a special, relevant topic to me, to you, to everyone watching. Love.
Yes, it's wonderful.
Well, Raouf, this summer I've been inspired to do a series of recordings on relevant things that can enhance my life, and I've been led to go to different people that have just shown that they're at a point, at a place in their life in that subject where they can share so much of it and change so many lives. So with you on love, Dr. Raouf, thank you for the love you've shown me, my friends, and so many others.
Thank you.
I can call him. He's there to give a word of encouragement, and he always delivers it with love. Raouf, what is love?
Oh, that is not an easy question. Love is, to me, it is the most deep relationship in my heart. Deep in a way is that it can connect me with people. Love is feelings, and as well as determined, we can control our feelings. So I determine to love someone, and again, oops, I fall in love. So there is so many different kind of love. But we're going to talk about maybe different kind of loves eventually.
Yes, yes. And why is love important?
Important because it is the most pure, holy, clean feelings in all the feelings we have as people. Basically, God essence is love. And when we look at our heart and we love, we know that this is the fingerprint of God inside of us. No one never lived without experiencing love. So every human being experiences love. And within this feeling, it will also connect us all together. So through this wonderful, amazing power we have, which is called love, we can connect with one another too.
So with love being so important, being that connectivity, and it seems, if you will, commonsensical, that we all need love and that we all benefit from it, and it helps us to allow ourselves to move in a way of love. Why is it that in this world there's been so much hesitancy to show and share love, and also so much showing the opposite in hate and all those other things?
Let me reply first to the first question, which is why some people are afraid to show love. Because love is costly, as is the most regard feelings in the man's heart. So everything has a price. So love have a price. And when I love someone and that someone hurt me, the pain will be far more than if I receive that hatred from someone I don't care for. And that's why the people sometimes they refrain from love, refrain to give love or to receive love from other people.
And so why is it that we've seen and experienced so much hate in the world on the other hand?
Well, you want to say that since every person being created in God's image and he have some essence of love inside of him, why this hatred? I think that it goes also to that we can control our feelings. So I can love and I can hate. And that's why it is that if I were not gonna choose to love, choose to be like God, so I gonna fall into my falling human nature. When Adam sinned, it been withdrawn from God's presence. So Adam had the chance or the choice either to love or not to love. So, and I mentioned before that there is so many different kind of love. There is the unconditional love, which is called God's love. This is, we can see it in every human being also, like when the father loved the child, all nations, all religions, all kind of mankind. You know that you find that the parents love the kids, knowing that the kid is gonna kick me in my foot, but I still love him. So I'm not expecting anything from that. So that is kind of like a dash of that agape love. There is another kind of love, which is, I call it lust, not love. Well, however, we've all been through that when we're 16, and the hormones is acting so much, and oops, I fall in love. This is falling in love. It is still very powerful. It moves me and it pushes me to give. I says, I'm not gonna love you for all my wallet, even though she got my wallet already. But I says, I love you from all my heart. When I was 16 and I fall in love, I want to give her my heart.
Yeah.
Before my wallet. The wallet will follow. But I want to give her my heart first.
And on the other hand, when it comes to people not showing love but showing hatred, do you believe that all hate is based out of fear?
Yeah. Most of the time, I'm afraid, and that we can see the causes of fear which trigger hatred. Fear of ignorance, exactly like a child have a fear of darkness. He doesn't know what's behind the closed door or what's inside the dark room. So this ignorance, it creates that fear, and fear of not knowing what to answer the other people, fear not to know what they feel about me or what they know about me. All that fear, it triggers anger, and that anger, it represents in a very negative physical activities toward the other person.
So, if people have gotten in a place of fear, maybe because they've opened up their heart and given that love, and the Bible will tell us to guard our heart. How does a person open up again? Okay, talking about love, Raouf, do you believe that when people show hatred instead of love, that hate is based out of fear?
Most of the time, hate based out of fear, and also as a retaliation for what we experienced before. Somebody showed them hatred, is exactly as you said, whatever you sow, you shall reap. Somebody showed them hatred, we're going to reflect hatred. Of course, this is on a higher elevation when you take them into your act for hate by love. And for that, we need to go to the only one. He gave us that example.
Yes. And something that I've seen in my life, because what we sow is what we're going to reap, what goes around comes around, is that when I've been going through something, then the Holy Spirit would inspire me, God would show me, okay, Janard, you need to feel better.
Yes.
So you need to be lifted up. You see that person that's walking your way?
Yes.
They may need a smile more than you do. So don't show them or respond to them simply based on the way you feel right now. Give them something that shows the way that you want them to feel.
Yes.
And then the minute that I started doing that, whatever was bothering me, it just disappeared when I was able to greet someone with a smile, with love, despite the way I was feeling, because of course that's the way that faith works. It isn't simply acting on everything that's going on and how I'm feeling right now, but it's based on the way that I want things to be, and that I know God has empowered me to be an agent of change. So something that I remind myself now and submit to others is that smiling and showing love isn't saying that everything right now is perfect in my life, but it is saying that I know the more that I operate in this love that God has shown me to operate in, the more things will start to come into place the way that they need to in my life and the people that I care about. Staying in love. That's what I've seen. And that's what I try to share, Raouf. So that's why it's so important for us to be in a place of love, to stay in a way of love. What do you do, Dr. Raouf, if you have moments like I believe we all have, where you were showing love and openness of heart, and then someone did something to hurt you or to try and damage that? How do you come back to that place of showing that unconditional love?
I need to go then to Jesus Christ, where as he's suffering, even he prayed for the persecutor to bless them. And out of that, one of the ones next to him, he recognized that. And even some of the soldiers, the Roman soldiers, recognized that.
Yeah.
And we saw that even in the agony and in the struggle, he still poured love. The Bible teaches that love is so strong. It's so strong like death. Death is so powerful, nobody escapes from it, and you know, it is everybody regard death. When you see a funeral going, all the cars stop, both sides, respecting for death. Why? Because we are so afraid of death. So, the power of death. And the Bible teaches that love is that strong. So if I decided to have that love, I will overcome any obstacle I can meet in a hardened heart. Well, the other person, he doesn't want to love me back because his heart is hardened. And of course, using God's words, it can make the stone heart softer than water. That's what the word of God said. But in that, we need to understand a very important essence of love, which is everybody gonna know what is the excitement of love, and how when we're young and when we love one another, when we kiss and we hold hands, and we don't even know if we are walking or flying. That is love. I don't know if I'm hot or cold. It's love, you know, and that is all the time is there. And there's also the intellectual love. When I sit with somebody, you're reading a good book, I'm reading a good book, and we're going into a great dimension of understanding, and I can hug my brother, and I can feel, wow, together we can face the world.
Yeah, yeah.
But the highest level of love is that when you suffer. Basic meaning is that is the essence of pain and suffering and love. Well, if you remember when you're 16 or 17 and she was Miss Right and you were Miss America or Mr. America, I'm sorry, and she got sick, and you felt sick. She have headache, and your head start hurt. Well, when we suffer with the one we love, we've been there all the time.
Yeah.
And when the mother see the son, her hand hurt, and she kiss it for him, she take his pain away.
Yeah.
Meaning is that when we suffer with the people, and of course, that is the highest attribute of love. And we see that it being represented by the love of Christ on the cross. God loved so much, he gave himself. He does not only suffer with us, which he did.
Yeah.
God Almighty came and he walked like me and like